5.
You see what we're trying to say? Update this salary table. This is table name. I think we should have given the salary table name here. Salary table. Set salary equal to 500, where paycheck ID is 5. Are you getting this? So it's just a way of telling what to do.
In just different formats for each
In different
command.
formats, yeah. So now if you do it, it says one row affected. That means our command has executed successfully.
If it didn't, it would be red.
It would be red, yeah. So now if you see
now it's 500. So it's
So
just
this is
a way
an
of.
easier version of changing it instead of going in and doing it manually.
Let's say you want to enter 5 records 5 times. So
Same record.
let's say you want to enter an employee information 10 times.
Okay.
So what you do is, let's create, I have this query here.
So the SQL lets you do it, but the manually you cannot do it unless you delete it and then create a new one, right? You cannot update it manually.
No.
Yes, you can update.
Updating of anything, you can do it with these values.
Okay.
He's saying
the thing that you can do is you cannot add
add on
values
stuff.
here.
Okay, got it.
Anything you can do it here. You can modify this thing. You can delete all those
Yeah,
things.
but she says like you have to upgrade it new, everything new from the beginning, right? Copy and paste.
No.
If you want to edit one more row,
If you want to add one more row here,
I mean
No.
like if you do mistake or something, right?
yes, you can add this one. You can delete this one. You can, let's say,
Yeah,
now delete
and
this
then
row
search
itself.
it.
We don't want Nona in our system, right?
So you can delete this here. Delete.
So if you added something wrong, you can just delete that row and add another one on?
Yeah.
Okay.
Delete salary where paycheck ID is 5.
So I want to delete this 5th row. So for that, if I do delete salary, that means it will delete the entire table. And if I want to say delete salary where only paycheck ID is this one.
So do you see now? The row is affected.
So you just have to know the right
Right
Yeah.
syntax. The correct word is syntax.
syntax. This is just this right.
Yeah, whatever that. This is the This is the way of defining how you're gonna write all these things. So the word is syntax. So now we know what the delete is. Delete table name where condition. Yes, now what do you think?
So that's the basic format. Select, form, table name, and condition.
And that's how they
Select
talk to
column name or something from
Yeah.
table name, then insert into. So insert is, these are the keywords important.
Update, delete, the 4 things you said at the bottom.
So basically, if you want to see how the actual syntax is written, I'll show you what I have written here. Yeah, basic.
So basically
Do you see
syntax,
now
what
this
is the
is-
syntax is again? Say?
Syntax is how the definition, how you want to write selects. You see here, that means every time you want to execute this select, you must have this select from, and you must specify these 2 things. So this is a rule. So the word for this rule is syntax.
And where did you get this?
You will find anywhere on the internet.
Okay.
So that if you want to insert something,
How do you spell syntax?
here,
SYNTEX.
Yes, honey, what's going on? You okay?
Yes.
right? So if you want to update something, you need to tell I want to update. You need to specify the table name. You need to set the values, and you need to put the condition. If you want to do delete from table name, where you need to put a condition.
Let's say I want to delete the entire table, right? So let's go ahead and delete the table. Delete salary.
What do you want?
Right? Right now we have everything in that. So it says 4 rows affected.
That means 4 rows have been deleted.
So now if we see, select here.
What did you do?
Select star from salary. Sorry.
So look at your desk, Mama.
Right?
Look at
So
your
now
desk.
it's
You
empty.
should have someone.
Now let's say you want to delete this table itself.
The whole thing.
The whole table.
Yeah.
We remove the data.
Yeah.
Right?
Okay.
So now we want to delete this thing itself. So right now
We did it how? By right clicking and deleting, right?
Yeah.
Right. So instead of that, you can say drop.
drop.
right. Drop table name. So let's see how does it work.
Drop salary. You see now if I do drop,
Unable.
what happened here? Oh, under it has all the data, so you cannot drop it. So you should say no. Unknown type salary. What is that? Select star. Employee. So instead of salary, oh, drop is for database, not for the table. I'm sorry.
Drop the whole thing.
The whole database. Let's say you want to delete this whole database. So
The whole
drop
thing which is you already done?
clear strings. Yeah.
Why do you have to delete it?
Just showing us if you wanted to.
If you want to do that,
So you
Can
would
you
say
restore
drop.
it or no?
I'm sorry.
Can you restore it or no?
Once
Once you delete it?
you delete it, cannot. If you have taken backup of it,
Okay.
if you have already a replica of it, then you can do it. So there is a syntax for drop. That's not right now. Select drop employee. It's not working for that right now. So let's try to move on to the next things. So if you want to, let's say, create a table using program, the way we defined everything manually, if you want to create it programmatically, there is a syntax for that. Create table my table, then you go ahead and say I need my user ID as a n-var-char of 5 character and password pwd as n-var-char 5. So right after, if I execute this thing, it says command successfully, and if I have to view the table here on the left side, I have to refresh. I need to click on this value here. So at that time the refresh button came. Do you see, guys? So if I do that, it will refresh the table list, and do you see my table here? And if you expand that, we created 2 columns, user ID and password. So if you see the column here, it will tell you user ID and password. What is the length of it?
It's the same thing, but not
Same thing
manually.
but manually. So what happens in the company? Let's say I want to restore the whole database. Let's say I write a program, I write a query to create this table, I write one more query to create the salary table, I write one more query to insert first employee, one more query to delete it, to insert second employee, third employee, first paycheck, third paycheck. So it's a set of 10 queries right now. So now I can save this file. If I save this file here, I can save this query file. And next time you wiped out everything, you wiped out whole your system, right? You install it from the beginning, or you want to install the same thing to another location. So what you do is, if you have this set of queries, you just execute the query, it will create the whole thing for you. It will create the table for you, it will insert the values for you. So that is what test data means. So you write down all your
insert queries for creating 50 patient. You write down all the queries to create 50 vitals. You write down your queries to create table for patient. You write down the queries for all your users. We had the system users, right? What was that user systems? What is that? Nurses, doctors, physicians, everything. So you write down all set of instructions. So that will help you to restore your database like that. So that's required in most of the companies, and that is called back-end testing. So what you can say is we have written queries for our test data, and we stored them, and then every time we got a new bill, we restore the database using our queries with our test data. Right. So let's take some break, and we'll explore more in the database after that. So are you guys with me so far, right? How about you? So this is what actually we use in testing.
Saat koy mutlaka harika bir şey.
For example,
Ako abimiz ya.
Connexia, what do you need to do to test it? Actual testing scenario.
So let's say you want to create a patient. So what is the query that we just saw? How do you create a patient?
Yeah.
So if this table has, this is my Welch-Allyn database. Yeah, this floor on the same floor on the very last.
Take your computer apart to trust me.
So there is a table called TBL patient. Very sad. Do you see a table patient? So under the table patient, if you go and if we edit the first 200 rows, so do you see the whole patient information here? So if you have to create one patient, you should know all the columns. You should write an insert query that will create your patient.
And who gives you the format?
You have to see into the columns. You see how I can see the columns here? I can edit the first 200 rows, and then I can see, okay, I need to put these values.
Those values, is that already provided for you? Personality, like account information, originator?
No, that's what the test data means. You will put 1, 2, 3 or any character that is valid for that field.
No, not the records, but the actual columns.
So that database is already designed. It's not your job to design. It's
So
your
we
job
just
to
test that
insert.
okay.
Your job is to just insert 5 patients that you know. So you can, this is my test patient 1, test patient 2, test patient 3, test patient 4. Then you go ahead and come to your Connects VM, and then you log on using nurse, and then you check whether 5 patients are
Is
there
it
or
there?
not.
Oh, that's okay. Yeah,
That's
that's what I wanted to know. Because I understand, SQL, but how it relates to,
Now both the pieces are together, right?
yeah.
You see what I'm trying to do?
And those test cases, how do you create it? This is a test case. You have to create a test case for this, or just
Why? It's the test case now.
no? Because I'm trying to understand how do they know we actually tested this?
So what is the first test, the test case that I gave you? What was the name of it?
Create